Good morning class. Once again we are back with our geography chapter number 3. Okay, minerals and power resources. Now in this chapter, once we had begin, in the previous class we have learned about what are minerals and what are the different types of minerals and the extraction of minerals. We have already learned this. I hope you remember. Okay, now in today's topic we will see the distribution of minerals. As I have already explained you in the previous class, that minerals are not exactly same in everywhere places. Minerals differ according to the place. Okay, so different types of minerals have been found in different types of regions, and this depends because of the various geographical factors. Now let's see what are these geographical factors. Let's begin with our today's topics, distribution of minerals. Minerals occur in different types of rocks. So we also have different types of rocks. Now what are the different types of rocks we have? Some are found in igneous rocks, some are in metamorphic rocks, while others occur in sedimentary rocks. Please underline these names of different rocks. Igneous rocks, metamorphic rocks and sedimentary rocks. These are the three different types of rocks we have, and minerals are majorly found in them. Generally, metallic minerals are found in igneous rocks and metamorphic rock. Please underline this. Generally, metamorphic rocks and igneous rocks, in that we find metallic minerals. Okay, formations that form large plateaus. So that is like in the large plateau region where you get metallic minerals, they are actually igneous and metamorphic rocks. Iron ore in North Sweden, copper and nickel deposits in Ontario, Canada, iron, nickel, chromites and platinum in South Africa are examples of minerals found in igneous and metamorphic rocks. Please underline all of these names. Okay. Sedimentary rock formations of plains and young fold mountains contain non-metallic minerals like limestones. So sedimentary rocks are actually formed in small plains and young fold mountains that contains non-metallic minerals. Now what are the non-metallic minerals? We have metals like limestones. Limestone is a non-metallic mineral. Limestone deposits of Caucasus region of France, manganese deposits of Georgia and Ukraine, and phosphate beds of Algeria are some of the examples. Please underline all of these names. What are the different places where do we get this deposits? Mineral fuels such as coal and petroleum are also found in the sedimentary strata. I'm going to share a small video also so that you understand this topic well. Okay. Now we are going to learn about the distribution of minerals around the world. So around the world we have continents. How many continents do we have? We have got 7 continents. So we will learn that in all of those 7 continents where how much amount of minerals do we find. So the first continent that we will learn is the Asia. Asia is one of the biggest continent in world. Okay, so Asia, China and India have large iron ore deposits. So China and India have large deposits of iron ore. Please underline this line. The continent produces more than half of the world's tin. So this entire China and India produces iron ore as half of the world's total. Okay, so China, Malaysia and Indonesia are among the world's top leading tin producers. China, Malaysia and Indonesia are the leaders of producing tin. Please underline them. Now in this entire chapter you will just have to underline the names which are very important. Okay, underline all of these entire paragraphs. China also leads in production of lead, antimony and tungsten. So China also produces highest production of lead, antimony and tungsten. Asia also has deposits of manganese, bauxite, nickel, zinc and copper. Now we have completed with Asia. Now let's move to the Europe. Europe is the leading producer of iron ore in the world. Underline them. The countries with large deposits of iron ore are Russia, Ukraine, Sweden and France. So these are the countries which have the highest deposits of iron ore. Russia, Ukraine, Sweden and France. Underline it. Minerals deposits of copper, lead, zinc, manganese and nickel are found in Eastern Europe and European Russia. Underline these names also. Now let's see, do you know Switzerland has no known mineral deposit in it. So one of the place in the world that Switzerland has no mineral deposit with it. The next continent we move to is North America. Now let's see. The mineral deposits in North America are located in 3 different zones. So as North America is a very big continent, So it has been divided into 3 different zones. The Canadian region, north of the Great Lakes, the Appalachian region and the mountain ranges of the west. Iron ore, nickel, gold, uranium and copper are mined in the Canadian Shield region. So where do we get iron ore? Iron ore is nickel, gold, uranium and copper. All of them are actually mined in the Canadian Shield region. Please underline these names. Coal in the Appalachian regions. Western Cordilleras have vast deposits of copper, lead, zinc, gold and silver. So what do Western Cordilleras have? Deposits of copper, lead, zinc, gold and silver. You need to underline all of these names as they will come in your one sentence, one word or match the following or any objective questions. You need to answer them. Okay. Now let's move to the next continent that we have is South America. Brazil is the largest producer of high-grade iron ore in the world. So, who is the highest grade iron ore producer? It is Brazil. Please underline this. Chile and Peru are leading producers of copper. Again, underline these 2 names, Chile and Peru. Brazil and Bolivia are among the world's largest producers of tin. South America also has large deposits of gold, silver, zinc, chromium, manganese, bauxite, mica, platinum, asbestos and diamond. So South America will give you all of these deposits. They have the largest deposits of all of this. Please underline all of them. Mineral oil is found in Venezuela, Argentina, Chile, Peru and Colombia. So another continent that is completed with South America. Let's move to, do you know? What do we know? Let's see. A green diamond is the rarest diamond. We have never heard about green diamonds. Yes. But still, that is why it is the rarest diamonds. The old rocks in the world are in the Western Australia. They date from 4,300 million years ago and only 300 million years after the earth was formed. Okay. The next continent that we have is Africa. Africa is rich in mineral resources. It is the world's largest producer of diamonds, gold and platinum. So the amount of diamond, gold and platinum that we get is mostly from Africa. South Africa, Zimbabwe and Zaire produce a large proportion of world's gold. So what are the places we have in South Africa, Zimbabwe and Zaire? They are the actual largest proportion gold which is being produced there. The other minerals found in Africa are copper, iron ore, chromium, uranium, cobalt and bauxite. These are the other minerals that we get other than gold. Oil is found in Nigeria, Libya and Angola. Even oil we get. And the next continent we have is Australia. Australia is the largest producer of bauxite in the world. Please underline these names. I don't have to repeat again and again. I hope you understand. All these names are very important. Please keep on underlining them. So Australia is the largest producer of bauxite in the world. It is the leading producer of gold, diamond, iron ore, tin and nickel. It is also the rich in copper, lead, zinc and manganese. Kalgoorlie and Coolgardie, areas of Western Australia, have the largest deposits of gold. Even Australia is very famous for its gold. The next topic, continent we have is Antarctica, the last one. So the Antarctica region, the geology of Antarctica is sufficiently well known to predict the presence of variety of mineral deposits, some probably large. So it is not exactly being found. Okay, so significant size of deposits of coal in the Transantarctic Mountains and iron near the Prince Charles Mountains of East Antarctica is forecasted. It is still under presumptions that these places may contain coal. Iron ore, gold, silver and oil are also present in commercial quantities. So these things are also present. So here we complete with all of the 7 continents and the resources, the types of resources, minerals that we find there and the names of those places. I hope you have understood till here. The next topic we have is conservation of minerals. So now, as minerals is a natural resource, so every natural resource needs to be conserved. Now how do we need to conserve them? Minerals are non-renewable resource. That simply means in the first chapter I have told you what are non-renewable. Non-renewable means once it is over, it is exhausted, it will never be got back. So that is why it is non-renewable. So minerals are non-renewable. Once it is over, it is exhausted, you won't get it back. It takes thousands of years for the formation and concentration of minerals. The rate of formation is much smaller than the rate at which the humans consume these minerals. Okay, so that means this production of this minerals, the formation of these minerals takes a lot of years, thousands and thousands of years. So that means, and the rate it is being produced, it is being formed, is very, very slow according to the consumption of human beings. So we human beings are consuming these minerals at a very faster rate than it is being produced. It is necessary to reduce wastage in the process of mining. Recycling of metals is another way in which the mineral resources can be conserved. Yes, of course, minerals and metals can be recycled and reduced. And also the use of this minerals should be reduced. So reuse, reduce and recycle. So these are the 3 R's which are very necessary for the conservation of minerals. So here we end with our mineral topic. In the next class we will begin with the power resources. Okay. Now let's move to the exercise question answers that we have already done. Begin with for our homework I have already given you question number 1. Question number 1, 1 and 2 has already been given. Now you have to move to the question number 1, third one. Question number 1, 3 and take the correct answer. Question number 2, 1 and 2 and including distinguish between third and fourth, ferrous and non-ferrous minerals and metallic and non-metallic minerals. Okay, till then, thank you class.